Okay, guys, hi. So just thought I'd let you know about the things that you can do with a Word document. So let's say you want to write the introduction first. This is a heading. Then you can write whatever you want. Then you can say argument 1. And you can say for this argument, write down whatever, and then against, and then write whatever. Then you can have argument 2, etc. Right? You can have, but I don't recommend that you actually do it this way, argument 1, argument 2. That's not how it should happen. So let's say I'm talking about contaminated land. Bear in mind that you can change the styles here, right? You can have them in any way you want, and you can actually, which one was I? Whatever. You can also like maybe edit the title, modify it here, modify here, modify if you want to change the color, whatever. I wouldn't recommend that you do this. I would recommend, so if I'm talking about contaminated land, I'm going to talk about, let's say, the types, right? This is heading 1. And then you want to talk about, as I said, inorganic, for example. Okay, heading 2. And then in the inorganic, I want to talk about lead. And then lead, I want to talk about all the disadvantages of lead, right? All the disadvantages and advantages in the same, in one paragraph, and then another paragraph discussing the other thing. And then you start to divide your report into different sections, and your ideas will start to flow, okay? But just know that you can do this type of thing. You can use these headings, subheadings, and divide them into however way you want, however way you want to divide your argument. This bit on how these should flow, I recommend that you write everything on pieces of paper and then start to organize how your thoughts should be and what you should say before which point. You also have the outline that you already did, and also the questions, the mini questions that you should prepare on the mini questions that you should answer in order to answer the main title. This is not how your title should be. Obviously, it should be a longer one. Which type of remediation method is better in remediating lead, for example? That's a better title, right? You should know that already. This is just an example. So let's say you want to add a photo. I don't know if you know about the snipping tool. Let's just say literally doesn't matter. But obviously you're taking it from another source. So let's say you take it from an article, right? And you want to add it here. So I added the photo. That's just an example. Let's say you want to, you shouldn't just post a photo on its own like that without describing what it is. Where should you go? Oops, no. Okay, so I have this image now. What you can do now is go to references, insert caption. لحاله, it will appear as figure 1. So you describe it as, I don't know, contaminant A. Okay? So now you have figure with the contaminant. Now you also have to have, where did you get that picture from? So you have to insert citation, add new source. Does not matter. Lead. Okay? So then obviously after you add all your references and everything, you can then add a table of contents. Oh, sorry, not this. You can add then a bibliography. Okay, but also if you wanted to, you can add a table of contents from at a separate page. It would automatically organize everything, but I don't think you would need to do that because it's optional. It's because or but you don't have to do that because why? Because the report will be too small, so it doesn't really, there's no need for a table of contents unless it's a big report. You can also add a table, and then you should also insert this. Oh, here, instead of a figure, it's a table. Then you can tell me what this table contains. Okay. And then you can also add a list of figures. This is for, I'm just showing you this for later on, for the far future. Insert a list of tables or figures. So, okay, you have just one table. You can also have figures. You also have figures. You can have a list of tables and list of figures, but you don't really need that. Again, it's only for big reports, but I think these might be useful for you in the future.